Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Seidio Surface case for the Motorola DROID RAZR MAXX. You are more than welcome to check out the Surface at any time over at its official website that is located at www.seidioonline.com. As always, we also encourage you to check it out at our own site as well at daydeal.com. Starting off the video, let's go ahead and give you the unofficial measurements for the Surface case on the DROID RAZR MAXX. Keep in mind that these measurements are merely approximations. They're not meant to be 100% accurate, and also we are measuring just the case, not the belt clip holster that is coming with it. Okay, and that's actually an optional accessory. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Now, the weight of the Surface is going to be at a pretty lightweight 23 grams. Its length 133 millimeters. Its width 72.5 millimeters, and finally its depth an amazing 12 millimeters. And we hope you find that information useful. The Surface is available in 5 different colors as of right now. 4 are standard and 1 is special. Let's go ahead and talk about the standard colors first. Now in front of us right here we have black, sapphire blue, amethyst purple, and the color that we are unfortunately missing from today's video is going to be garnet red. You're more than welcome to check that out over at the official website. Now the one special color that is out right now for the Surface as well as the active, and it is a limited run, is this color right here. This is glossed white. It is the only version of the Surface as well as the active that has a reflective finish to it, and on the inside there's a lining of microfiber and felt that's also white as well, whereas on the standard versions it's not color matching, it's always going to be black. Okay, so if you really like this color and you really like what you see, please order it right away, because once it's gone, it's going to be gone for good. Now we are going to talk about the optional belt clip holster. That's this right here that works with the Seidio Surface case. This is an optional accessory because it does not come with the actual case itself unless you buy it in a combo pack, and I'm going to take a minute to talk about that right now as well. So instead of boring you guys about the history of the Surface product and Seidio, etc., all that jazz, I do want to warn you guys that this product is sold in different ways, okay, in different packs, if you will. You can get the case by itself, you can get the case with the belt clip holster, and you can also buy the belt clip holster by itself. However, since the Seidio Active, another product from Seidio, is also sold in the same configuration, things may get confusing very quickly, so we want you guys to head on over to Seidio Online and make sense of things. Click on the RAZR MAXX category and everything should be laid out for you, okay, and that way you can just do some comparative shopping afterward, as long as you know exactly what you're looking for, and you might want to write down those product codes, etc., stuff like that. Now moving forward to the actual review, the Surface is a 2-piece slider case on the DROID RAZR MAXX. It is extremely light as well as it is thin, so it's one of those cases that we recommend for people who like the overall profile of the phone. Since it is a slider case, it is very easy to install, but I also want to warn you that if you want to use a screen protector in conjunction with this case, you have to be very, very careful, because slider cases usually do not get along with screen protectors. I'll show you why in just a moment. On the interior of the Surface, there's a thin lining of microfiber and felt-like material, and that's put there to not only add cushion to the case, but it also is to prevent the rear of your RAZR MAXX from getting scratched up, and also it's also there, like I said also too many times, but nonetheless, it's there to go ahead and keep your phone in place so it doesn't slide around, it's not rubbing up against the naked polycarbonate plastic that the Surface is made of, okay? Other than that, pretty straightforward stuff. No screen protector is included, no kickstand is included, no belt clip holster is included if you just buy the case. So let's go ahead and put this on our dummy version of the DROID RAZR MAXX phone right now. So here it is. Just going to go and slide the bottom piece on and then the top piece on like so. And once that's locked into place, it is not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and give you the 360 tour right now. I'm going to go ahead and move the other colors out of the picture for just a moment. And there we go. And bring this back into view. Starting with the front screen of the RAZR MAXX, you notice that the Surface creates a lip. Okay, it's barely there, but it is a lip nonetheless. So that means that if you happen to rest your phone on its face for whatever reason, either by accident or on purpose, it is going to be ever so slightly elevated up and away from that surface. Now, if you happen to drop your phone and it lands on its screen, chances are it's going to get damaged, because realistically speaking, this is not big enough nor deep enough to go ahead and protect the front of the phone in any real tangible way. Okay, it's just really kind of there for resting purposes, but other than that, not really going to do much. Once again, you want to use the screen protector in conjunction with it, you're welcome to, but you have to be careful. You have to make sure the screen protector is not rubbing up against the edges of the case, because then it will bubble up, and that's not good news, and this is a pretty tight fit on the phone. Moving on to the top, we have openings for the USB as well as the HDMI port and the audio jack, and that audio jack is not recessed whatsoever, so all type of connector tips will work just fine, straight as well as angled. Moving on to this side, not much to talk about, so let's go and flip it on over to the other side. We have an opening for the volume up and down buttons, as well as the power button. Now, the opening on the Surface isn't really that comfortable. I felt these were a little bit too narrow, so I did have to kind of claw my fingers a bit to go and press those buttons. So if you really like the ease of use of your buttons in general, this may not be the case for you, okay? It is a little bit uncomfortable, unfortunately. Moving on to the back, let's go and show you the Seidio logo right there. This is the glossed white finish, so it has kind of a reflective property to it. All the other colors have a matte rubberized finish to them. I'm going to show you the opening for the camera lens, LED flash, and the built-in speaker on the phone. Let's go ahead and move on to the optional belt clip holster. So this is your standard offering from Seidio. It's their belt clip holster they've been using for a long time for a lot of their products. This one is specifically made for the Surface case on the DROID RAZR MAXX. If you try to use it with just a naked phone, it will not work, so please keep that in mind. It has a layer of microfiber on the interior because this is a face-in design, so your screen is supposed to be rubbing up against that surface, that layer of felt, I should say, so you want to make sure to keep this clean at all times, otherwise it turns it into sandpaper. And this is also a claw restraint design, meaning that on the top right there you have this little claw that actually holds the case in place. I'm not necessarily too fond of this design because it does have a nasty tendency to snag onto loose articles of clothing, and even if you happen to be walking by something or someone, you may also accidentally lift up the claw and then your phone falls out, okay? So you have to be careful with this. Now the belt clip itself does rotate 180 degrees in total, 90 to the left as well as 90 to the right. And it does have a pretty sturdy spring hinge on it. Not the best in the world, not the worst either. It's a lot better than simple plastic hinges, but it's not as good as a typical alligator clip or metal hinge. And then let's just go and install the Surface here, face in as it's meant to be. And that is it, guys, for the Seidio Surface case with optional belt clip on the DROID RAZR MAXX. Closing thoughts and comments. We really like this case for its overall profile. We think that people who really like the sleekness and the size of the DROID RAZR MAXX as is will appreciate this case because it doesn't really add much bulk to it, and it also has the ability to be used with not only the optional belt clip holster, but in the future Seidio may release the Convert, which changes the Surface into a heavy-duty case, so be on the lookout for that. We didn't have any real complaints other than the openings on the sides for the buttons. We felt they could have been a little bit larger, and the cutouts could have been a little bit more tapered, so that way it's a little bit more comfortable to use. As of right now, you do have to kind of claw your fingers to touch those buttons, but that is our only complaint. So check this out at our website at Seidio.com. Check it out at the official site at SeidioOnline.com. Follow us on our YouTube channel, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Thanks for watching as always. We'll see you guys next video review.